sisterhood. What did I say? Let's say no sister left behind. This, this. Were you about to say something?
I was, but go ahead with no sister left behind.
That's okay. You can say what you were going to say tonight.
What I was going to say, okay. I know the question is not for me. However, what I was going to say is you have grown so much in your ability to speak and, talk kind of off the cuff. And because you are so quiet, and I think that this movement is really helping you to find your voice.
But that's the Katrina you guys know now. The Katrina back in the day wasn't as quiet. I was quiet, but I used to talk a lot. Off the cuff, on the cuff, all over the cuff. Didn't play, And I don't know what brought me down. And I like it. I like it where I am. But I don't know. As I've gotten older, I've changed a lot. And not only just my memory, but just being sharp. The sense of, back in the day you were sharp. You can talk, you say this, you can do this, and no fear. And I got older, and like you say, I'm a little bit more nervous, a lot more reserved. Don't like to speak a lot. Just really quiet. And I don't know where the flip was or why it happened, but I guess Katrina's getting her groove back, and she's gonna flip it back over, and now I'll be able to speak more off the cuff and just talk and just run and roll with it. So I'm ready. So hope that helps. Next.
So somebody was discussing, somebody did mention the No Sister Left Behind Fund, and they're talking about how amazing it is that you guys even started this, and that this is just something that they completely weren't aware that we did. So can you guys talk about what the No Sister Left Behind movement and foundation that we are starting and getting getting the ball rolling for right now? Talk about that.
Okay, so the No Sister Left Behind foundation that is new, but not exactly new. It's new in terms of us naming it. But the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club had already been doing things for ladies in the community, doing things for ladies within our group to help them if they were going through hard times in any sort of way. But the No Sister Left Behind is our way of being intentional of making sure that we are able to give back. So because we're now doing fundraisers where we're raising money for that foundation, we're looking for grants, scholarships, all means of funds for us to bring in so that we are able to help the ladies. If you lost your job, if you lost your way, if you lost a loved one, there can be anything that you can be going through, and it may not be monetary, but we're finding ways and sources of things to help people for any need that you have at this time. So like I said, whether it be money or help or just guidance or, we're not licensed to give that type of advice, but we are here and we can find someone within the group. That's why we're trying to make sure that we are aware of everyone and what they do for a living, all of their gifts, all of their talents, all of their abilities to help. Because if one of our sisters needs something, another one of our sisters got you. And if that sister got you, we all got you. So if you have not done anything to give towards the Sister Left Behind, if you feel like you want to help, go to the 40 Plus Double Dutch website. There's a donation tab on there for you to give towards the No Sister Left Behind. We do have events that are coming up. There's a gala that just, we just went live for you guys to start. It started today, and tomorrow it's open to all of our members for you to go ahead and sign up for the gala. All of the monies and proceeds for that are going to the No Sister Left Behind, because we may not need it today, but we don't know what tomorrow holds. So, and even if we don't need it tomorrow, we want to make sure that our sisters are being well taken care of. So that's what it's all about. Being there for one another. We are sisters. We're our sisters for life, and we got to take care of one another. So thanks for asking about the No Sister Left Behind. It's very near and dear to our hearts.
I have another question. Someone said, it seems like you do have your voice. You're singing on the Beyond the Ropes theme song and wrote it. And so tell us a little bit about that experience, writing and singing Beyond the Ropes.
I love the way Pamela tells it, but I'll try to see how, So, of course, you guys know that we did the 40 Plus Double Dutch Beyond the Ropes documentary. And with any documentary or movie or anything, you always need music. You need a little something to pick you up and set the tone and to let it flow the right way. But because we didn't have the means or enough money to afford an actual artist, an actual writing, and because I'm that girl, and when Pamela turned to me and said, "You're going to have to write a song, and we're going to have to sing it." Of course, I thought she was joking. I thought I was joking when I said okay. I said okay. And I went home, and stuff just started flowing. I didn't know where it was coming from, but I told my husband, "Oh, wait a minute, don't say nothing." I had something in my head. I had to go write it down. I got to go write it down. And it kept flowing and flowing, and it felt good. It felt good. And like we said before, I have never, ever written a song before. Pamela and I would sing at church. We would sing together at different events. I'm the girl that'll get up there and do some karaoke and just have a good time. So I like to sing. I ain't the best singer, but I can do. I did enough. When I said I'll write it, I said I'm gonna write it, Pam, but you gonna sing it. She said, we gonna sing it together. I'm like, okay. I see what I still got in me, and I'll give you the best that I got, and that was what I had. So I really enjoyed writing both the songs. And then once I started with the Beyond the Ropes, something else clicked, and they was crossing paths. I'm like, I can't put them together. I'm like, why am I rapping over here? What is happening? And of course, when you're thinking of a rap, you don't think of nobody else but DJ Goldilocks. That's Shelly Shell. That's our brand ambassador extraordinaire. So of course, once I started writing some lyrics, I thought of her, and I was like, "What you doing, Goldie?" Like, "Hey, what should they like?" And of course, when I went to her and she listened to it, me and Pam had to listen to it, and she really did like it. So because it was the song about her, I wanted to make sure that, because it wasn't finished, and I wanted to make sure that she had some input on it, so we collabed. And even though I told her to take the wheel and go ahead and finish it, she kept coming back to me, "Well, what you want me to say? What you want me to say?" So I just say, "What do you do for the ladies?" She was like, "Motivating the ladies." I was like, "That's right." And she was like, "What next?" I was like, "I'm giving it to you, but I say this rap about the hula hoops and the music we listen to." And when I tell you she flowed and ended it with 40 plus for life, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. So, would I ever write another song? I think I'm doing a little writing right now. Because we are so busy and we have a lot going on.
You heard it here
and
first.
moving around. I haven't had the time to sit down and give it my all, but I'm telling y'all, it's in me, and once it come up, I don't, it's gonna keep coming. It's gonna keep coming. So we'll see what's next. And Pam is doing some more singing. Or Judy.
I'm not 40.
She's a singer too.
I'm not 40. Do you see any questions on Facebook, Mom? Does anybody have any questions before we? Okay. We just wanted to make sure we answered. How do you balance your family with all you are doing, helping with the organization?
That is an excellent question, because one thing we want to make sure that we never do is do something to jeopardize something so amazing in your life. And as long as you're making sure that they know that they're number one, and it's a one of these. It's a tussle. It's like I'm over here and I'm over there, I'm over here and I'm over there. But like I said, I and make sure that they know that what I'm doing right now is just something that's in me, and I have to give back. I have to be there for others, but I will always be there for you. And if I gotta drop what I'm doing over here and go check on my family, then that's what I'm gonna do. Family comes first, and then everything else just flows because we all are connected with God. God is the head of my household. God is the head of my life. And God is what is within this whole movement that all just happens to flow. I don't take too much time to think about it because, you think about something and you end up messing up and doing it wrong. So because it's flowing and it's working for me, my family, so I just continue to let it go the way it's going. Don't give too much of it. I do see Pam day in and day out. I love her, but I go home at night when I'm in
Priorities.
That's right.
Somebody said, how do you guys manage all of the different women through all over the country? We know you guys have multiple sub-clubs in different areas, but how do you guys manage that? You are the founder and co-founder. We just want to know how you guys keep a handle on that.
That's
Right. Yeah, go ahead, Mom. You take Katrina.
Since Katrina's been using her voice so much today. It is a lot being over such a large organization now that it has grown so much, because at first it wasn't no problem, it was just a handful of us. But because of the fact that God has placed so many women in our lives who are able to assist us, we have our 10 brand ambassadors who are amazing and who are there to fill in the gaps for everything. Anytime we need something, this is like the part-time job that they have that they didn't even know that they were trying to get, and they got the job. So we have our brand ambassadors, we have our delegates, we have captains and co-captains that are helping to make sure that the movement is running smoothly, that everybody is on the same page, that everybody understands that we are all following God's direction, not just my direction, Katrina's direction. We pray about everything we do, and then we ask them to help us to put things into place. We're asking God to order our steps, and we're just following His direction with a lot of assistance from a lot of other women. So it's kind of getting to the point where we just kind of monitor everything, but we have a lot of women that are helping actually make things happen.
Oh, that's a good question. Do you have any closing remarks that you want to say, and thanking your co-founder for the final time before we end our live? Because the camera's on you. So,
well, now that you mentioned it, I guess so. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll scooch on over so we can both be right at once. How about that? Oh, she about to sit on my lap.
That was so funny.
the sisterhood.
Oh. Oh, the hips. Oh.
Episode.
You said it, I just didn't know who you were talking about. We'll talk about that right now. We're working on it. Trying to do my 10K a day. All right. Get rid of some of these hips. But I don't want to be redundant, but I cannot thank Katrina enough for being there for me. As she said, Katrina is that friend who will do whatever, whenever, and however, as long as it's legal. But she has never said no to anything I've asked her to do. And I think that's why God chose her to help lead this movement. And we're just going to continue to go to God, put God first, and trust that everything else is going to fall into place. And we're just listening for His direction and following it. So thank you for being my sister, my friend, and my partner. And she's sweet, y'all. I love her so. So I know this is kind of a quick Q&A. Katrina and I have been on the go, and as we said, as someone asked Katrina about how does she handle having a family, we have to balance, and we got to make sure that the family comes first. And Katrina's baby is graduating from 8th grade. She has a ribbon pinning ceremony tomorrow. She's getting her hair done right now. We do not want her to finish getting her hair done and for her mother to be sitting here in the studio chit-chatting with me instead of picking up her 8th grader and taking her home to finish getting ready for her ribbon pinning ceremony. So we're going to have to cut this a little short so that Anila been sitting outside the hair salon like, where's my mom? She's probably somewhere doing double day.
Her daddy picking her up, but I haven't seen him either since I've been
Because
back.
we've been gone. We
He
just
was
flew in from Tampa this afternoon, and I was like, okay, Katrina, I'll see you in a couple hours. And here she is. She got to go. So we will see y'all same time, same station, next Monday. Where we going to see him at, Katrina?
Right here.
For another episode of Beyond
The
the Ropes, the
Ropes,
podcast.
Week 3.